Yo, what up guys? Welcome back. This is halfway through the cycle and I'm coming at you with just a side effect profile. It's gonna be a super boring video and it's just to make all my future videos a lot more smooth and I don't have to go over every little stupid side effect every single week, just to make those easy. And if anybody has a question and knows about the side effects, I can just point them back to this one. So if you're here, just look in the timestamps and just click on what you're interested in, and I'll just explain it from there. I'm just going to be basically reading off a piece of paper and just going through the side effects. So this is just a reference video, nothing other than that. I will put in perspective that the first 4 weeks my estrogen was kind of fluctuating until I got it tested and perfectly in range. So I won't include that because the side effects were all fucking janky when your estrogen's low, but for 4 weeks after that, I had a good estrogen level. Keep in mind, I was cutting and it was super low calories. I was doing about 20 minutes of really hard cardio 7 days a week, 2+ hour workouts a day, and like a lot of days I was eating like under 100 grams of carbs towards the end at least. And just keep that in mind, I was super hard to cut, not a bulk. And the second half of this is gonna be a bulk. So this is just the full cutting profile basically of what I felt so far. So I did 600 milligrams of DHB and 300 milligrams of test a week. Those are the weekly dosages. And then I had Anavar 100 milligrams a day. I did Anavar and test a little bit prior, so I know what they feel like. This is just for DHB. Okay, so that's what I got, and let's get into it. In the gym, my strength was very consistent. I didn't notice any like neurological strength increases, but I noticed my recovery was excellent. So I could use the same weight, but multiple sets, increasing volume every week, never getting weaker, but never getting stronger. But volume was going up and I was able to recover very well. My cardio I was doing, I felt great doing cardio. I didn't notice any like detrimental effects on my cardio. If anything, it helped it, definitely did not hurt it. Like I said, recovery was good even on super low calories. I didn't notice any increase in pump. It was just like an average pump in the gym. I noticed like right away my vascularity was definitely popping out and my shoulders were popped like pretty quick, and I could notice striations in my shoulders like right away, like a couple weeks in, you know. And I didn't look any like have a crazy look at all really, but with that, my actual hypertrophy, if you look at the measurements, like my arms went up over ½ an inch and my body fat went down, so I'm gaining muscle, losing fat. But I wasn't too impressed. I didn't like blow up or anything. I was cutting, so just keep that in mind. So I'm not crazy impressed with like full hypertrophy, but we'll see how it works on a bulk with the cut, whatever. I definitely did get leaner and put on muscle, so that's that. I just wasn't that impressed as I thought I was gonna be. Outside of the gym with my skin, I'm not the best judge of that because if I eat certain things, I will break out, and if I don't eat them, I will not break out no matter what. So that's that. I noticed a little body acne and a little more sensitivity to acne, but it would definitely increase it. It's not a fully safe compound in that regard. We have hair loss. It definitely went up. It was not crazy. Like if you did 600 milligrams of testosterone, it would be way more than this. But my hair loss definitely did go up from the DHB. I track it in like how much hair falls out, and it was increased for sure. My body heat was like up, definitely felt hotter all the time, and while I'm sleeping, I definitely had to get the fan going a little more. So body temperature was like almost instantly increased within like the first week. My hunger was up a little bit too, probably because I was cutting, but it definitely does not blunt your appetite whatsoever. So if you're looking for that, that's not the thing. And the last physical side effect is the post-injection pain. So in the beginning, it's pretty bad, but your muscles definitely do get acquainted to it. So after like 2-3 weeks, your muscles will definitely be a lot less painful. But the thing is, even though you're having perfect injections, you get one, maybe like once every other week, that's really bad. And even if it's like perfect, everything went fine, you know, you pull it out, pin it, everything's good. The next day you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a bad one. And it's not, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so it doesn't bug me that much, but other people maybe. And if you're like an athlete, it would be too detrimental. So if I was like doing my MMA training, if there wasn't COVID going on, I would probably not do this because it'll fuck with your flexibility in the muscle and able to move it when you have one of those injections, and you just never know when it's gonna happen. Flexibility goes down and there's a knot in the muscle for like sometimes up to a week. Sometimes it's bad enough where it'll like fuck with your sleep depending on what muscle it is where you sleep, and it does get bad. But once you get it down, that happens not too much. But even when you have a perfect injection, the next day it's always a little sore, and you have to plan your pins around your workout. So if you're hitting like chest tomorrow, you don't want to pin your chest. It'll hurt, guaranteed, and it'll fuck your workout. So you have to plan around your workout, what muscle you're injecting, and it's always going to be painful. There's always going to be a little pain or knot somewhere when you're doing it. So definitely a downside. Outside of the gym, all like just keeping everything in perspective of how I feel, my overall well-being was not as good. It was pretty stable, but I would say just not as happy as like just being on like a normal testosterone or just natural, because your aggression is up a little bit, just a little tuned up, and you're a little bit more tired during the day, your fatigue is up a little bit, but you're pretty stable. You do have a little more aggression, so people will piss me off a little bit quicker, so I'm on a little bit shorter fuse, but not much, man. I'm a pretty calm guy, so it hasn't affected me, but maybe it will somebody else. Your sex drive is gonna go up for sure, or at least for me it did. I didn't notice anything detrimental on that. It just felt like it went up and stayed up and was fully healthy and everything functional. And the last thing is sleep. I slept like a baby. When my estrogen got lower in the beginning, it was down, but after I got that balanced out, I sleep perfectly fine. Just a little bit of night sweats, like just a tiny bit if you don't have the fan on, but nothing extreme. Yo, so I was just finishing up the video and I forgot to mention actual blood values I got. I told you my estrogen was low in the beginning, and that was confirmed by a blood test. DHB does seem to lower my estrogen a little bit, 20-30%, something like that. So you're gonna have to up your testosterone dosage, and everything else was excellent. So kidney values were great, liver values were great, red blood cell count, all that was good. Prolactin was not affected, and everything looked excellent. So just keep that in mind. I had blood tests the whole way through, and I'll be getting another one soon. That's really about it. I know kind of a boring video, I just wanted to put it there. So all my other videos, super easy to do, and you can just come back to this one. I'll do another one of these at the end because I'm only halfway through. So at the end of the 16 weeks, I'll do another one of these because changing sources to another source just to see and make sure the DHB is DHB 100%. And the second half, I'm gonna be bulking and reverse dieting to get my metabolism going and just basically test the compound out in full regards and full respect. So just give it like a full profile, really for me personally, so I know in the future if it's something I want to use or not. So far I'm thinking probably not, but we'll see how the bulk goes.